Hello viewers, welcome back. Aren't you excited to learn how to create a non-linear flexible kind of presentation? I guess you are. So let's see how to create a presentation of that sort. First of all, let me give you a small demo and then I will explain it to you how to create such a presentation in a very short amount of time and in a very skillful manner. Let's see. This is the presentation. For example, in this presentation, we're talking about the history of clocks, when the clocks were invented and what exactly was the invention all about. I have added a very small amount of info into it to make it more innovative and attractive looking. If you wish, you can add extra amount of data in and around this image to make the presentation more complete. Okay, so let's have a look. This doesn't look that appealing, right? But wait a second, let me show it to you. What about this? When you click on this piece of presentation, it simply zooms into it and you can see what exactly is an early clock, when the early clocks were invented and so on. Once you're done with it, you can zoom out. You can click on this image of a clock. You can again zoom out and once you zoom out of it, only this part is left, right? So click on it. When you click on it, it automatically rotates. Isn't it cool? This sort of animations or simple non-linear kind of presentations can be made with this particular tool. So let's see how to create it. So this is my workspace. Let me save it and open a new one so that I can show it to you from scratch. Okay, so click on this new tab, new button and open a new project. So we are starting it from scratch. You saw that the particular presentation was having a background color. So how to set a background color? Just click on this canvas and click on this background. Go to background color 1. Select whichever color you wish. For example, if I wish this color to be my primary color, select this. Select a background color 2 for giving it a gradient look. Okay, so let me select a lighter color this time. Okay, it's selected but it's not showing because in this particular right pane you can see that you have only a single color option ticked. So you can tick this gradient option and now you can see the background is a combination of two colors. In the same fashion, you can select gradient as right to left, forward diagonal, gradient backward diagonal or radial. Okay, I would go with this forward diagonal. This also looks good. Okay, so now the background color is set. Now you would ask me where to get the image from. Do we need to create them? No, there's no need to create an image from scratch, as I have already demonstrated where to get those images for free and use it for commercial as well as non-commercial purposes. I have already talked about few sources from where you can get free images, audio, video, etc. If you have not watched my previous videos, kindly go back, check those videos and come to this section. Right? So I will provide you the sample images for this particular project. You can try it out and let me know if it works for you. So the very first thing is insert the image. The main image was of a watch, right? If you remember. So click on images, go to desktop. I have a folder named as watch project. Go there and select this main image. Okay, drag it as per your wish, but as we know, this is not as per the aspect ratio I want. So I can click on this image, go to edit and click on reset image aspect ratio. Now I can zoom into the image and this is my base image ready with me. Okay, but if you notice, there was a fine line of shadow or reflection on top of this glass. Yes, so we need to add that image also. So go to insert again, click on image and this is the transparent glass image. I will also show you how to make images transparent, that too without using Photoshop, right? But that will be in a video at later sections of this course. So stay tuned for it. So now I have copied the image. So just place it over here. Now it looks ugly, right? What to do? because the reflection should be of the same size as that of the watch dial, right? What you need to do is go to this object selector, click on this reflection image, then keep your control pressed and select the watch, right click together, make same position and size. Now you see the images are now of exactly same size, overlapping each other. Now it looks like a watch, right? With a little bit of reflection on top of the dial. So this is my base image ready with me. Now I need to add some text. How to add text? You all know we have already covered how to add text, how to add shapes into a canvas or into a project. We'll do the exact same thing. It will be a repeat for you. So I would be adding a rectangle. Okay. Inside this rectangle, I would place the text. What I can do is move this rectangle on top of this watch. I can reshape it accordingly. Now I need some text, right? So go to Google. I have already found a source from where I could copy the text. I'm copying this much data. I don't want a lot of data on my presentation. So what I can do is I have copied it, go back to a presentation, select this text box and paste it in the text section. Okay, now you can see it's not clearly visible. What to do next? Yes, you know it pretty well. You can click on this text color tab, give it a white color so that it's visible now, but again the text is moving out of the text box. So I can reduce the size from here. You already know how to do it, right? I want the text to be of this much size. I don't want the people to read the dial from the very first screen. I want them to zoom into it and then only they would be able to view exactly what is hidden in that dial, right? So what exactly I can do is, now the rectangle is pretty big, but I don't want it to be this much big. What I can do is I can select the rectangle, press the shift button. You can see when I press the shift button, the icon shape changes, right? You can see it once again. Yeah. So now what I can do is, while keeping the shift pressed, I can move the mouse with a left click pressed, either left or right, up or down. Using this, I can reshape my text box. Now the text box is reshaped. I can move it around. I can again reduce the size from here and place it inside the watch. So this is how I can create a text box inside the watch. But what else? This doesn't look good, right? I need to get rid of this background color of the rectangle. So again, select the rectangle with left click and object selector. Click on this filled checkbox. Now you can see the background color is gone, but the background border is still visible. So what I can do is I can change the background width to 0. Okay, background width to 0. Now you can see the background is gone. Now it's looking pretty respectable. What next? Now I need some image of a clock or a watch to come over here, right? What I can do is I have already downloaded an image. I can go to insert, press on image, go to downloads. The latest download would be that only, I think so. Okay, I have it on my desktop. Okay, so go to desktop and click this. This is the image I want. You can place it somewhere over here. If it's too small, you can again do the same trick. Select the image with the move tab. Okay, press the shift button and move it accordingly you wish. So this is the watch I wanted to be placed over here. Correct? One thing is left, the text box on the extreme right. For that, what we can do is we can again repeat the same process. Create a text box, add the content. Suppose for example I wish to add only this much data. Copy it and paste it inside the text box over here. Once I paste it, click on this field, change the color, change the text color to white or whatever color you wish, and rotate the text box to a certain angle. Okay, for example I wish it to be like this, and again you have to reduce the size, otherwise it won't fit within the watch. So reduce the size accordingly, and let me move it inside this watch. Again, the rotation needs to be changed a bit. Okay, what I can do is I can click on this and change it. Okay, this looks good, but I need to reduce the size also, otherwise it won't look that cool. Okay, now you see you have this particular text inside the watch. You can move it around as you wish. Again, you need to press the shift button and move it around so that it fits properly inside this section, small section. So now this looks cool. Okay, fine. Let me show you to how it looks exactly. But we are still having one glitch. We need to get rid of this border. So again, you know the process. You click on this text box, reduce the border width to 0, and now the border is removed. Do some changes here and there so that it looks good. Okay, now it looks fine. So what else? We are done? No, we are still having one process to be completed. That is, we need to add this as our main frame. That is, we need this to be as our main slide. How to do so? You know it. I guess you have forgotten it. Just click on this and press add. That's it. So what to do next? Just click on this run and run in full screen. It looks good, right? But you will come to know that there are still more things to be done. What exactly? When you click on this, you can see that you have to tilt your head to the left to read it. That's not cool. Okay, so the testing is going on. What else? If you click on this, it's readable. Okay, it's fine. But what about this section? Because you can't tilt your head every time, right? So what you need to do is select this piece of code. Select this background. Go to background over here and tick this rotate canvas on click. So once you click this, whatever text is rotated, your screen will always rotate according to that text, so that you don't need to tilt your head to read the text. Okay, so let me run it in full screen. So now let me check it. Yeah, it's looking good. This watch is also looking good. What about this moment of truth? Yes, we did it. So this is how we can create a non-linear presentation which ultimately looks cool, and the students will get more interested in knowing what exactly was the history of clocks. The last thing, the finishing touch left, is you have to give a heading. For example, history of watches or history of clocks. You can create it, you can paste it over here somewhere. You can then change the font color. You know how to do it, right? It's just a recap of what we have already done so far. You can change the color. It can be white, it can be black, it can be red, whatever color you wish. And then if you are not satisfied with the placement, you can do so. Now you know how to do so, right? You can move it, you can place it over here. And this is how our presentation is complete. You can update this slide over here. It becomes updated, and now run it in full screen. So this is how we can create a presentation that looks really cool, and the students will be liking it like anything. That's it for this particular video. In the next videos, I would be talking about how to create basic animations in Academic Presenter. Thank you so much. Stay connected.